Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings podcast. In this episode, we'll look at how Franklin Roosevelt's unique family background, his partnership with the remarkable Eleanor Roosevelt, his personal battle with polio, and his bold policies helped him guide the United States through some of its darkest days. From the depths of the Great Depression to the global trials of World War II, FDR's journey offers valuable insights into leadership, personal strength, and the power of transformation. Let's take a closer look at a president who truly shaped American history. In 1933, as Herbert Hoover's presidency ended, Americans were desperately searching for a leader to bring hope to a nation in crisis. That leader was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a man whose personal resilience, family legacy, and transformative vision would guide the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. Understanding FDR's journey offers not only a glimpse into his remarkable life, but also insights into a family deeply woven into the fabric of American history. Franklin was born on January 30th, 1882 in Hyde Park, New York, into the distinguished Roosevelt family. His father, James Roosevelt, came from a line of prominent New Yorkers, with roots tracing back to Claus Martensen van Roosevelt, a Dutch immigrant who settled in New Amsterdam in the 17th century. By the 19th century, the Roosevelts had become affluent landowners, known as part of New York's elite, with wealth derived from land, trade, and various ventures. This legacy of influence and privilege shaped Franklin's early years and set the stage for his future. On his mother's side, the Delano family was equally renowned. Franklin's mother, Sarah Delano Roosevelt, came from a lineage reaching back to Philippe Delanoë, a Mayflower passenger. Known for her strong will and devotion, Sarah's resilience and determination profoundly influenced Franklin, instilling in him a sense of duty and public service. In 1905, Franklin married his distant cousin, Anna Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor, who was the niece of Theodore Roosevelt, brought her own lineage and commitment to public service into the marriage. Together they formed a partnership that would ultimately shape the nation. Eleanor was a highly intelligent, determined woman who became an essential advisor and advocate throughout Franklin's career. Despite the challenges, including Franklin's affair with Eleanor's secretary, Lucy Mercer, in 1918, they chose to continue as partners in both life and public service. This decision allowed them to cultivate a relationship built on mutual respect, shared goals, and a dedication to the greater good. Eleanor pursued her humanitarian work independently, with Franklin's support, embodying a powerful partnership in service to the nation. In 1921, Franklin faced one of his greatest personal challenges when he contracted polio, leaving him partially paralyzed for life. This battle with polio became a defining chapter in his personal journey, challenging him to confront his physical limitations while remaining committed to his political aspirations. His struggle not only shaped his character, but also deepened his empathy for others facing hardship. Determined to stay active in public life, he learned to rely on leg braces, crutches, and the support of close aides. Inspired by his experiences at Warm Springs, Georgia, Franklin established a rehabilitation center for polio patients, a legacy that endures even today. While he took steps to limit public awareness of his disability, his struggle with polio became a source of strength and humility, fostering a deep awareness of the challenges millions of Americans faced during the Great Depression. Franklin and Eleanor had 6 children, 5 of whom survived into adulthood: Anna, James, Elliot, Franklin Jr., and John. Raised under the spotlight of their father's growing political career, they navigated the pressures of a prominent family name. Some of the Roosevelt children pursued public service, while others faced personal struggles, including multiple marriages and public controversies. Despite these challenges, the Roosevelt family legacy continued, marked by a commitment to social responsibility and public service. When Franklin assumed the presidency in 1933, the country was deeply mired in the Great Depression. Millions were unemployed, banks had collapsed, and families struggled to meet basic needs. In response, FDR introduced the New Deal, a series of bold programs and reforms aimed at stabilizing the economy, creating jobs, and providing a safety net for the most vulnerable. Programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps and the Works Progress Administration put Americans back to work, building infrastructure and restoring public lands. The establishment of Social Security laid a foundation for future generations, reshaping the federal government's role in ensuring citizens' welfare. The New Deal wasn't simply a policy shift. It was a reimagining of government responsibility, grounded in FDR's belief that the nation should protect its citizens from extreme hardship. While controversial at the time, these initiatives left a lasting legacy, influencing American society long after Roosevelt's presidency. As the 1930s progressed, a new global threat emerged with the rise of totalitarian regimes in Europe and Asia. Franklin understood the gravity of the situation, and although the U.S. initially remained neutral, he took careful steps to support allies like Britain and China through programs such as Lend-Lease. After the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, the nation was thrust into World War II, and FDR's leadership became essential to the Allied victory. Known for his fireside chats on the radio, Roosevelt connected with Americans directly, offering both encouragement and clarity in a time of fear and uncertainty. Under his leadership, the U.S. mobilized an unprecedented industrial and military force, contributing significantly to the eventual defeat of the Axis powers. FDR's vision extended beyond military success. He also laid the groundwork for a new world order, advocating for the establishment of the United Nations to promote peace and cooperation globally. Franklin D. Roosevelt passed away on April 12, 1945, in Warm Springs, Georgia, just months before the end of World War II. His death marked the conclusion of a remarkable life and a transformative presidency. Americans mourned the loss of a leader who had guided them through both economic despair and global conflict, embodying resilience and hope. Roosevelt's legacy endures in the institutions he built, the policies he championed, and the spirit of unity and compassion he fostered across the nation. Franklin's life remains a powerful story of personal resilience and visionary leadership. His story is not only one of political achievement, but also of a family lineage deeply committed to shaping the nation's future. For those interested in exploring his life further, many insightful books delve into both his public and private worlds, offering a deeper understanding of his remarkable journey. Franklin and Eleanor, An Extraordinary Marriage by Hazel Rowley. This biography offers a deep dive into Franklin and Eleanor's partnership, exploring how their marriage evolved and supported their political lives. The Rising Sun, The Decline and Fall of the Japanese Empire, 1936 to 1945, by John Toland. While focusing on Japan's role in World War II, this book provides context for FDR's foreign policy decisions. Traitor to His Class, The Privileged Life and Radical Presidency of Franklin Delano Roosevelt by H.W. Brands, a comprehensive look at FDR's privileged beginnings and transformative leadership. FDR by Gene Edward Smith. A detailed, accessible biography that covers FDR's life, legacy, and the challenges he faced. No Ordinary Time, Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt, The Home Front in World War II by Doris Kearns Goodwin. This Pulitzer Prize-winning book examines Franklin and Eleanor's roles during World War II, highlighting their contributions to the war effort in American society. Thanks for spending time with me on the Ancestral Findings podcast. I always enjoy sharing these stories, tips, and discoveries with you. If you haven't already, head over to ancestralfindings.com, where you can download a free genealogy ebook, request a free lookup, and of course enter to win the next book giveaway. It's been an incredible journey together since 1995, and your support through these past 29 years means more to me than words can express. I'm so grateful for this wonderful community of genealogy enthusiasts who continue to inspire me every day. Keep up the great work on your family history research, and may your next find be as exciting as your first. Thank you again for being part of this journey, and as always, happy searching.